My
Okin,
Okin
Manhattan.
Flo,
How you doing, bro?
Flo, who's like, I don't know, 102, 103. She cleared the 103 bar. Whew. And my grandmother, did she hit 105? No, she didn't. Okay, so yeah, 103. But her drink is an old fashioned.
Well, that's what the kids like at the cocktail bars now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Old fashions. Whatever happened to a good old fashioned vodka Collins?
There's nothing wrong
I'll
with
just
vodka
take a
Collins.
gin and tonic.
There you go. But the vodka Collins is not there yet. Gin Collins is not too far from that either. Right? You like club soda and you twist if you want.
Is everybody okay? I just checked my feed. I should be okay.
Yeah, your feed is good. I see you. I see you. I see you.
See my little dots?
Yeah, you got your gambling dice on?
Nice.
Just die-6. Maybe I'm playing Star Wars with.
Yeah, that's it. It's a dice pool.
Maybe you're playing Yahtzee, yeah.
Yeah, Yahtzee, yep. Yeah. You don't make you don't a dice two dice not a dice pool make. I pause it. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna open up. I think I got a file to open up.
I'm waiting for my water to boil. I'll grab my last coffee and close the door, and you will have my undivided attention after that.
Excellent. I guarantee you'll have mine. But
before we got interrupted, you were asking about Gift of Gab.
Yeah. A character with disadvantage is a masterful verbal interplay. Whenever a character successfully performs an interaction maneuver, 161, he receives a -2 column shift modifier to the target's OV instead of the usual -1. Yeah, so on the interaction maneuvers, you're going to tear it up.
It's on 165, not 161. Typo.
Yeah, it's not the only one you're going to find.
Yeah. Bluff, wear down, force, and charm. They all work the same. That's why I did the bluff, because that's the one based on intelligence. So,
is it only the maneuvers like that?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to remember. Gift of Gab, page 165, you said?
Yeah. Interaction maneuvers.
Yep.
And there's not really anything to do other than compare your stats. If your intelligence is higher, you get a bonus. On wear down, if your will is higher, you get a bonus.
Yeah. Bluff, wear down, force, charm.
Say that alien landscape looks strange.
Yeah, do you recognize it?
No, but it kind of looks like the city of Oz.
Yeah. Well, it's more I'm trying to get the layout back so we can see it. Do you guys still see it, or is it gone?
Nope, it's gone.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just seeing the four of us in the quadrants.
Yeah, I gotta just go bring it back. Things aren't always as sophisticated as they might at first appear.
There it is.
Yeah, that is that ruin. Each hex is 10 miles, so that's a big ruined city. You know, it's like
each
30.
hex is 10 miles. Okay.
Yeah.
God, this is like Greyhawk or Land Geomorphs or something way back, isn't it?
The professor, has he made any attempts to figure out where you guys are?
Not yet.
Okay. And when we last left, you actually were brought into, you're somewhere on the western edge of the city between, I guess would be the ruined suburbs of the city, between the ruined city and that sluggish river.
Well, we had someone say they were going to take us to the Oracle when we left off.
Yes. And that is the location where the Oracle is. You go into the.
That was the lizards on the lizards, right?
Yep, the lizards on the lizard. I believe they have, yes, they have devices on their chest. They speak in their language, and then the device box on their chest translates it for you to hear. You can hear them speak, and then the box speaks in English. You know, that's how you know that they were expecting you. The oracle is expecting you.
If she's any sort of oracle, she should be.
Yeah, right. It's hard to be an oracle if things are shocking, surprising, shocking and surprising.
Yeah, I just remember a big fight between lizards and some techno dudes, and I don't really remember much after that.
Yeah, the techno dudes. The lizard people call themselves what do they call themselves? The Ura, and the troops they were fighting were mostly Cossacks, and I guess they had some beetle creatures, Malgas. And then there was some other dudes that were like in command, and they had the crabs on the back of their neck. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
The opposing side. So they explained that those are forces of Oberon. Oberon is a machine bent on the total annihilation of life, wherever it can find it. Fortunately, Skynet. Well, fortunately, it's been immobile. It's been immobile for hundreds of years, but it can still dispatch its forces out on the plains, which they call this. They call where you are this area. What do they call it? Mezarkul. You're in the land of Mezarkul.
And I hope this doesn't take long. I got to get back and get my cheat sheet for my test on Tuesday.
What test did you take?
So,
sorry, in game. Sorry.
I haven't taken it yet. I don't know, some stupid class. I don't remember. So we're following the lizards on the lizards to go see the oracle.
Yeah, I was looking for my description of your journey. A mostly hidden tunnel you're going into the underground of the
Is
edge
anybody
of the
else
city.
as freaked out about this all as I am?
So I'm a little bothered by the fact that we tried to use a teleport gate that I thought we understood and ended up somewhere way different.
Well, maybe this is the moon.
Pretty sure this isn't the moon. The horizon's too far away. Look, it's not close enough to be a little place like the moon. And there's air here.
Yeah, there's a sun, but it's really hazy. It's purplish. It has a purple hue. That's why they call Mezarkul translates to purple planet. And so the amount of haze in the air, the atmosphere, makes the sunlight look purple.
Okay.
What have I been referring to the energy in that you've been finding similar that was purported, Professor, from the alien meteor shards, or at least vaporizing them and using bits of it in an aerosol battery powered state? Enteron.
Right.
You're getting an overwhelming reading of Enteron energy, not from a distinct place, but everywhere, this background Enteron radiation.
And this is where superpowers come from, the meteor and all that?
Yeah. But the place doesn't, nothing looks super. It looks, to the east, it looks like a forest, but it's a really weird forest, of course. It has garish looking colors, but it's too far away. What's that? 10, 20,
Where
30.
we are, like
uh,
30 miles, 30
Yeah,
plus miles.
so very interesting. You probably can't even see it through the haze, but that's the I guess the description of the lay of the land that they give you. So it's a ruined underground infrastructure. It widens gradually, and you're in concrete corridors.
Okay. So I've got my regular stuff I carry with me. But is there other, I don't know, ferrous-based metal around here anywhere?
Oh yeah. It's a ruined city. There's all sorts of fucking bits that you can find. On the wall right where you are right now is pretty much concrete. There's rebar, but it's buried in concrete. But when you were on top of the ruined plains in the edge of the city, there was plenty of debris to pick through.
I can work with that.
So this lizard area, is there any kind of technology, or are they like Iron Age, Bronze Age, D&D
Well,
age?
They have, what do they have? They look pretty primitive, right? They clearly make the saddles for their lizards, and this is something that they know how to do. And at the same time, that they've got leather war harness on, and
But they got a translator box, which seems.
And then they got a translator box on their chest. And I think, did they have shock devices and ray guns? Someone had ray guns.
Guys did. They fought the robot guys effectively.
Yeah, the robot guys had like shock sticks. You're right. What do they like to carry? Yeah, they just like good old fashioned weapons and claws, iron weapons and claws. But they got the translator box.
Okay, so I forgot about that. So there is some kind of technological advantage. The common man doesn't have it.
No, the Oracle gave it to him. The Oracle made it for him.
Professor, how do you feel about those translator boxes? Do those feel legitimate to you?
What does that mean? Legitimate?
Are they actually translating with text?
Correctly.
Say?
I assume we understand each other correctly.
I'm curious if it's a superpower or a tech device, if the tech is real.
Clearly, they're saying garbled words, and we're hearing it in English, so something's working.
Yeah.
Unless maybe they're speaking in our minds.
Well, that was the question, right? If it's actual tech, that's fine. I'm just trying to understand the Oracle here.
Well, you haven't met the Oracle yet. You're going through the tunnels. You can see there's every once in a while there's, or frequently, there's branching tunnels, but they're collapsed.
Jay, you totally look like a beetle of some kind when you look down with your sunglasses up there. I'm like,
how about that? Is that beetle enough for you there?
Now it looks like you should be flying Airwolf.
No kidding. I got these because they have as close as I get to a red lens as I can get. And, my shtick is sword and sorcery. So North Texas Game Convention, I had to have some red lens glasses. Red for blood of my enemies.
Blood for the blood god?
Yep, blood for the blood god. There we go.
Agra. Second Blade movie, right?
You pass by a barren room with 3 figures hanging suspended and unmoving from manacles.
What race, species thing are they?
They look like those, what they refer to as the Kozak troops. And Kozak troops, what do Kozak troops look like?
I'll say, were those the squid guys or the scorpion guys or whatever they were?
Rocky like a hurricane, yeah.
I need a flipping program here. I can't tell the players without a program.
Okay, they're cybernetic humanoids armed with a plasma arc gun and a circular saw, each connected to its arms. So it's a cybernetic humanoid with an arc gun in one arm and a saw in the other.
But they're hanging. But
And
they're
these are
hanging
called
by
what?
their
What's the
mannequin.
name of this race?
They call them Kozak, and they're cybernetic humanoids made by Oberon.
But they're hanging by their hands, right?
Yeah, they look dead. They look like corpses.
Oh, okay. Well, you can never be too careful with cyborgs.
Yeah. What else do you pass?
I saw Terminator. I know what they can do.
Yeah, it definitely feels very Terminator, like you're going through tunnels. There's every once in a while, there's the arc acetylene light or whatever, and then darkness, and then all the conduit. And you can hear bustle other places, and it's hot and it's stifling. Everyone seems to be moving with grim purpose.
Grim purpose.
That never gets old. You can say that anytime.
When we pass the cyborgs, the professor obviously stops and just looks and analyzes as much as he can before he gets shooed on by the lizard people. We were in the middle of battle, so he couldn't analyze the technology or anything when we were.
Oh, you realize they're dummies.
They're fake?
Yes. The Ura explain it's a trap. It's a trap for any Oberon's troops that may, if they ever happen to find their location, that's one of their first things. Don't touch the hanging meat, as they say. It's not, but it's inanimate. Yeah, it's disguised to look like hanging Cossacks. But
weren't we just fighting gangsters? How the hell did we end up in the space city?
You went through the fucking transmat door. Don't you know that's a license?
How do I get that part?
You all know that.
Remember that I seem to recall somebody who said we should send one person through first to see how that worked.
I volunteered to be that person.
Yeah, I actually replayed the tape this afternoon. Just remember how this all went down. And there was all that discussion, and at the end, you all four, whatever, with Okin threw up your hands. So we're all just going to go through it once. So you all arrived in the same
I didn't
place.
even realize. Speaking of, do we not have an Okin tonight?
We do not. I apologize. Yes, he last minute said he wasn't feeling well.
Too many Big Macs.
Too many Big Macs.
Now, if one person would have came through, they would have been stuck here with no help and no support. So,
but the rest of us would have been back home trying to figure out how to get them back.
This is the thing we didn't do. That's correct.
But how would you know where they have gone?
Correct. We didn't do this, so let's not Monday morning quarterback it.
Mm-hmm. I will say I didn't give you a good description of your landing spot. It's kind of like, it's not exactly Thor-like, but it's a slightly cratered area with metal rings scorched into the earth. Though it's really cool where you are, it looks like it's something like a place that had melted under intense heat. But it didn't come from your arrival because the ground was just cool. This is definitely old. But yeah, kind of concentric rings going down. As you pass through that room is a room filled with piping, various diameters, some of the large pipes and metal wheels extending from the
metal
floor.
pipes?
Metal pipes, yes. The floor is
Good.
covered in metal grating, which rattles and echoes with a low vibration, and flickering lights can be seen. You pass controls, Professor, since you're so smart, it looks like it's controls for a septic system.
For what system?
Septic.
Uh,
A septic system.
It smells like crap.
Smells
don't
like
wanna-
crap.
I don't need to analyze that.
No, but it doesn't smell like crap. It doesn't. It smells like methane.
Last I checked, that smells like crap.
Does it? Does it? Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what methane smells like.
Farts.
You're right.
It
It
smells
is.
like
though.
farts.
It is crap.
It literally is fart gas.
Okay, they are harvesting fart gas, it looks like, to make into explosive weapons. And the professor can tell.
You can use methane to essentially, I don't know if you can make an explosive on it, but you can definitely power a generator.
You pass
I know
another.
you can make a flamethrower out of it too if you're by the campfire.
Love flamethrowers.
You are right. You are right.
I
You
told
can make a
guys I
flamethrower.
want to get one. I want to get a flamethrower.
I'm like, how, if we compress it enough, will it explode or just burn?
So you pass a couple more intersections, but the other branches are dark. You finally end at. Just see a picture of it. Okay.
This is Keep on the Borderlands, isn't it?
I asked if it was Land of Greyhawk.
No, no. You come to a heavy steel door. The Ura open it inward onto a concrete platform. A bridge of steel grating extends north forward, where they actually got it fortified with sandbags. Yeah, the grating in the middle of the floor. And there's some Ura guards, and they got stacked with sandbags. But you pass right through. They got cred. This short bridge of steel grating leads to the platform fortified with the sandbags. There's 6 of them there that are guards on duty.
Looks like the guy's been at war for a long time.
You can see they have a little cache of food and water, and they have sheaths of bolts for some strange looking crossbows. And then the people that escorted you go off, and the guard that sits post atop the steel grating platform, there's a ladder that drops 20 feet to the concrete floor. And at the other end is a ladder that goes back up to another concrete platform, and through that entrance is where the Ura instruct you to go. The Oracle is waiting for you.
Are these guys leading us here? Did they get off the lizards, or are the lizards like going?
Yeah,
up
they
and
got
down?
off the lizards, and they kind of in like Hoth, where they bring the tauntauns in, but it's just an old subterranean, possibly monorail tunnel.
So, Jay, I'm making notes. These guys are Hurons, and these are the guys that
Ura. U-R-A-H. Or
Okay.
U-R-U-H.
Okay.
That's exactly how I spelled it.
I don't know.
No, I did.
Okay.
And
Fantastic.
they're this is the ones with the like the crab on their back.
No, the crab on their back was the enemies,
Okay.
which consisted of beetles with claws, cyborgs with saws and guns, and then some overseers that marshal and order them all. And they are the ones with the crabs. Those
Got it.
are interfaced with Oberon. They're slaves of Oberon.
Got
They
it.
don't have free will.
So these guys look like what? Because I've lost track.
These are the lizards.
These are the lizards. Okay.
Here's a picture of them. Here's a good picture of them.
I'm starting a metal band here called Slaves of Oberon.
Nice. I would go see this band.
How about Clan of Zymox?
I've seen that band.
You have?
Yeah.
They're not that
recently.
good, are they? They
You're
weren't
showing
that
our
good,
age
were
what you're doing.
they? And I have a picture of the Oracle. And the Oracle identifies itself as D6.
As what now?
D6.
Okay.
Deesix.
Might be abbreviated, D6.
Roll a D6.
Don't roll the Oracle. She gets real cranky.
Okay, presents. Share screen. Window.
DM says you're gonna die. Roll a D6.
Yep. That means at least a 16% chance of death, right?
And we found the technology.
Yes, technology.
Oh, so the Oracle is a robot.
Yes.
Kind
D6.
of like a mainframe computer.
Oh, cool. I'm immediately dive in and start looking at stuff.
Yeah, it's a bunch of metal boxes, as you see, covered with colored blinking lights and spinning discs. They're all either stacked up against the wall or part of the wall. And a disembodied voice comes from a small box on the front of the central platform. I guess, yeah, somewhere in there, there's a grid little speaker. It introduces that D6. It's good that the quorum correction was successful. I have snatched you from your current time and have brought you into the future.
Oh, you brought us here.
Yes, D6. I have brought you here. Somehow the Ura accidentally turned me back on. And for over the last 80 years, I've been trying to figure out, who I am, where I am, and what's my purpose. And as I've been able to figure out that this is a future Earth, Professor, how far in the future shall we go? No comment?
Is this a future Earth? Can we tell by the sky?
Well, it wasn't dark, it wasn't nighttime, and it's pretty obscure. So trying to take astronomy calculations is going to be a bust.
But didn't you say the sun was purple?
Yeah.
It's purplish, but that's due to contaminants in the air, not the sun.
Ah, okay.
The professor could tell that. It's definitely, a primary sun like Earth, and D6 says you are on Earth, but it's in the future, 721 years in the future. And what D6 has been able to figure out is that 721 years ago was an event that eventually led to this ruined Earth.
Did you say 721 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes. And D6 has got events on the dark side of the moon as the location of the whatever catastrophic event occurred that led to, it looks like the subjugation of the human race by an alien force.
So, Oracle, in modern American reckoning, would you have any idea how many years you brought us forward in the future?
Oh, yes, it knows exactly. You're 721 years in the future. I've snatched you right before you were transported to the location.
Oh, so the event,
event.
It was just about to happen.
Yes. So, in an attempt to prevent such a horrid fate for humanity, and what D6's skin in the game is, it wants to be able to find out who it originally is and what its original purpose is, as to get a hold of a weapon here on the surface of ruined future Earth, and then with the Oracle D6's corporation, you'll be able to arm it, and then it's going to send you back to where you are going to arrive. With the warhead in hand, you should be able to stop, to close whatever gate, transmat device, whatever is going to occur, that will lead to this invasion and eventual subjugation of Earth. And after they used it for whatever they needed it for, they left it as this husk with humanity exterminated.
Professor, I worked with an alien for a while. It was a Vitramite, and he talked about an alien gate in the far side of the moon. And he was tough and strong and flew and all that good stuff. I'm wondering if the alien gateway in the far side of the moon has something to do with our opponents.
It correlates.
What's that?
It correlates with his algorithm. So he's been, over the last, 80 years, have been using the Ura to assemble and get pieces of technology going so he could do this research. The last device that they refer to as the Overon is some huge, battle tank, death tank that roamed the Earth, exterminating humans, but it's immobile now. But it still has the capability. It still functions to a limited degree, making its Cossacks and Malgas and sending them out on various weird missions, mostly to exterminate life. The Ura seem to be a weird, twisted, radiated descendants of humanity. And of course, the ruined Earth it's just got all sorts of bizarre, fucked up creatures. It's a very dangerous place.
Am I feeling that this could be a programmed machine, or am I convinced that this is actually an intelligent?
Good question. What's your intelligence?
A lot.
I know, that's good. That's good. You're going to need it. What's your intelligence?
12.
Okay.
That's more than me and Chrome together, by the way.
Okay, roll 2d10. Tell me what you get. If you get doubles, you can keep on rolling. And you're feeling really good about this. So
12.
12. Yes, it is. It's a self-referentiating learning AI, but it's a bit behind the curve, and probably pretty glitchy.
Do you need to fix the Oracle?
Because it has been down for hundreds and hundreds of years as well. It's yeah, it was built by it would have been built by, well, it doesn't know where it came from or its original purpose.
So the Oracle wants us to go find this thing that's on Earth and
wants to grab it has located a recoverable nuclear warhead 80 miles from here. It's in a silo.
Okay.
It wants you to go to secure it, and
Is
then
anybody else having connection problems, or is it just
you?
Just you. I don't know if that makes you feel any good. Better. So 80 miles away,
log out and come back.
And an ancient silo is a recoverable nuclear warhead. When you recover it,
Jay, I'm not sure if you heard that. The professor's dropping out. He'll come right back.
yeah, I saw all that. I'm good.
Okay. Nuclear warhead on the moon. I don't know about you, Chrome.
The nuclear warhead's here. He wants you to go get it, secure it.
Yeah, but we're supposed to detonate it on the moon.
And yes, he's going to then put you back into your the what he calls it. It was the transmat device makes a limited, small, localized wormhole. He calls it.
So this was never the Congress of Truth trying to throw us off. This was an oracle from 800 years in the future that hijacked us to steal a nuclear bomb.
Because it believes that if you are able to stop, obviously, whatever the Congress of Truth is up to, there's definitely some, somehow this all leads back to them in some sense, that future Earth would be saved this catastrophe. The Oracle is trying to change the future. And it believes that it all hinges on your rendezvous on the dark side of the moon, and that there's probably, with some of the information you've given, a large wormhole nearby where, if it's not closed, something's coming through. It's been trying to figure out who that was through what it's been able to have the Ura go and get pieces so it could analyze and try to piece together the ancient history and the war that obviously happened here hundreds of years ago.
Is this going to be some kind of suicide mission? Because how are we going to get out of there if we set off a nuclear explosion?
I have a certain amount of ability with that, but it's limited on that scale.
Yeah, it's gauging that the level of enteron energy that permeates at least metal and chrome, and the devices that the professor have will give you the like extraordinary powers that someone would need to be able to, one, figure out how best to go about it and get it done and survive.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't think I can survive a nuclear explosion.
I think you'd do a better job than most of us. We had a reactor go critical last year, and I managed to create a magnetic vortex that channeled all the radiation upward, but I couldn't hold it for more than 10 or 15 minutes.
So to not try to...
Chrome, you are the toughest of us all physically by a mile.
I forgot to add him back to... Sorry, explosion. Professor, I forgot I got to add you back to the stage. I'm such a dick.
Been hanging out in the back room for a while.
In the green room with no comment.
So Chrome and I were just talking about our ability to survive a nuclear blast. I'm like, maybe he can. And I have certain ability to channel magnetic forces. I created a magnetic bottle. We had a reactor go critical last year, but that's just a lot.
Yeah. Is there any kind of like obvious access hatches, like where you can just pop it off, or is this thing all screwed together tight as a drum?
You could access stuff. I mean, it's sealed up, but there's definitely, you could tinker. If you want, you want to start taking off access panels and start messing with the Oracle.
Technology from the future. I'm not gonna like unplug anything. I'm just looking at, analyzing everything to see how everything's working. I might be able to remember something and use it in the future when I try to make something.
It seems to be using as a power source enteron energy.
Where's that coming from exactly?
Whoever invades brings it with them, and they used it. In their hands, it was weaponized.
Yeah, we've seen that.
It can tell by the level of enteron energy in metal and chrome that believe there's a danger with extended and prolonged use of your powers. So at least that's what the data seems to suggest.
I can do a certain amount of control of that kind of radiation, but not at the full extent of a nuke detonation.
So, if these lizards are the new life form on this planet,
They're what's kind of left of experimented on humanity.
so if this is their planet now, should you even be here? Should you exist? If we do, you're just leftover remnant from the past, or
Do we want to
The
save our
Yura live a brutal and savage existence. These are actually exiles that have served me well all these past 80 years. You know, there's not much future in humanity with the Yura and what's left here. It's a dead end. Even
So who's going to
even
try?
your prolonged exposure to the level of Enteron energy around here is probably going to start affecting even the professor badly at some point. Some type of radiation sickness. So you are in a toxic place.
So who's going to try and keep us from taking this nuke? And do we have any plan to survive setting it off?
Well,
I don't
it
mind
appears that the Overon entity is aware of you guys' arrival because they were there. My Uri's, warriors told me about that. When you guys arrived, they arrived too. So somehow, the
first thing,
the robot death machine mine, which is Overon, knows of your arrival, and actually, that's why they were there to try to stop you from meeting me.
all right. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to get this nuke now, because even if we figure out a way to set it off and get away, we still got to get it first. So, I mean, think about it, guys. We get to be heroes that saved the future. That's like movie star stuff.
And we'll make sure you get the press. So I don't mind stealing it. So we take the nuke back to our time. We launch it at the Congress of Truth or maybe the portal. We'll figure it out when we get there. Whatever the professor has time to prepare for us, I'm into. I can protect us a certain degree. And Chrome is very, very tough, but I would like a little more planning on how we're going to use it. But yeah, let's go steal it. Let's go save the future.
Mm-hmm. And the time clock on it is 36 hours. After 36 hours, it's going to be really hard to calibrate and get you guys back to the instant right before he snatched you from the time stream.
I reach down and pinch myself just to make sure this is real.
All right, is what it is.
And then hopefully, the Deesix hopes that that with working with the professor, it can reverse engineer and give enough power to get you guys back the same way that he got you here.
Am I the only one that thinks the front end of D6 there looks like a video game? That looks like a trackball and a couple of coin slots.
Missile command.
Like, wait, what's going on here? It said Atari down the side.
D6 would love to do a deep scan analysis of all three of you.
Not a chance.
It would really benefit its ongoing research.
No way in the world.
I'm trying to figure out what has happened to future Earth.
Yeah, I don't really want the computer messing with my deep skin. So,
and I'm definitely going to put the obscure field up. Nobody
okay.
can.
If I've been convinced that this actually is a super intelligence and not just a program, I'm going to roll my irrational attraction to super intelligence. Okay, it's over 5, so I'm not. I can do what I want.
Okay. What were you rolling against?
He's a
As
rational attraction. Yeah.
irrational attraction, 5 or less. Or 5.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that you wouldn't want to leave it. You would want to stay engaged with D6, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Fail.
So let's reconnoiter a nuclear warhead. Let's see what's out there.
It's 80 miles away. If you would like a guide, the 4 Ura you could send with you.
They're going to slow us down, though.
And an overland journey, it's 80 miles. An overland journey is really dangerous. It recommends, it does have a map of the remnants of the local monorail system and can get you right pretty close to the silo. And has a map of that system. Or your other guys is you can fly, right? That's not the other option. Overland, use a patched together monorail system or fly. And that's and I'm assuming with your powers.
Let's take the monorail system, and we can always eject if we need to.
And so the guides, the Ura, they live here. They live in the area. They know the area, so they just would be helpful to help navigate some of the dangerous creatures that you may encounter in the wild.
Just to clarify, this is a monorail shaft, not an actual working monorail?
No, there is a working monorail.
Oh.
It has got a monorail system working. The Ura have been following D6's instructions.
Oh, well then, yeah, the monorail seems like the way to go. Monorail.
I'm down with that.
You can skate on the monorail.
This man's here to help. Is he a scientist? Or is it Batman?
Who? The professor?
Yeah. Never mind.
He's talking about our guide.
Okay. You can see as you're flying along the monorail, I'll give you a description. The forest, you can tell from the monorail in the car that it's a gigantic mushroom forest.
Okay.
Man, making me crave giant pizzas.
They ate this giant pizza here?
Mara, the mushroom forest just is having me interject this a short story. We just went to dinner. We were on an island and we went to dinner, and Mara saw the mushroom burger was a special new added thing to the menu. She goes, "Oh, I want the mushroom burger." So she's thinking it's a burger with the mushrooms and the mushroom sauce, like we would have got at Hardee's.
No, it's a big fat portobello, ain't it?
Yep.
Well, no, but it was basically a compressed patty. It was mushrooms. It was a compressed patty of deep fried mushrooms, which she said it was fine. It tasted good, but she wasn't expecting a mushroom sandwich. It was the vegan option that was added to the menu.
Deep fried, of course, right? What was it deep fried in? Maybe vegetable oil.
Probably shit seed oils. It's unfortunately they just say cooking oil over here. It's all that crap that we shouldn't be eating. But it's so she got that. So that's it's like, what the hell? You have your brain is what you're used to where you're from, and then when you travel to other places and you see stuff, you're still thinking you're on the same wavelength, and it never works out.
Oh, when I had a seafood Fra Diavolo pizza in Dubai, it was lobster and shrimp in a Fra Diavolo sauce on pita bread, for which they gave me Tabasco sauce and ketchup because I was an American, which I didn't use. It was a good Fra Diavolo, but it was in no way pizza.
Crow, You want to roll me a 1d6? We might as well roll for a random encounter as you're going across the scarred wastelands. And
I
if it's
don't
a
have
1,
a D6. I only have my D10s.
okay, who has a d6 on?
I got everything around.
I kept them in the closet.
4.
I-
All right, you got a
I
4.
have-
Okay, no
I have
random encounter.
Well,
Let's see, what line are you on?
I thought this game was just D10s.
Yeah, but Jay is very D6 oriented.
Oh no, I just use different dice for different things. Right? I know that a 1 in 6 chance of a random encounter is just classic, right? Who doesn't know that? No? Is this strange? Is this
Yeah,
foreign
sure.
language
No, I
to you
got it.
all?
It's very AD&D.
I'm a percentile myself.
So, then we move on, but anything you encounter has been statted up to rip your face off. Mechanically. It'll be mechanically fluid, the destruction and horror. The monorail cars have stainless steel exteriors and blocky shapes with sliding doors and windows along each side and emergency doors at the ends. Each car contains a box with an emergency brake, a large red lever behind a sheet of tempered glass. It appears that you're going to be on the red line because it's got red stripes on it. See if it makes any stops before it gets where it's going. Oh yeah. Sorry. I need 1, 2, 3 more rolls. The thing's stopping. You stop at the first station. The D6 has not been able to not have it at least stop at the stations and go all the way through. So each one's a station check along the way. You come into different desolate areas.
That's a 6, that's a 4, and that's a 3.
Okay. You manage to, when the train car stops and sits idle for a few minutes before moving on, it seems it's a 2-minute wait. You can clock that. It moves on. Nothing attacks you
Good.
from the ruins. And it looks like you're coming and you go into a tunnel. You go back underground.
Is the tunnel lit?
No, it is not. The car is lit. There's a feeble light shooting out ahead, but yeah, that's pretty creepy, right?
Yeah. Well, as long as there's lights in the monorail car, I'm okay.
Okay, let's see where you guys come to a stop.
But I'm definitely Chrome is definitely a little on edge.
It looks
Don't
like
blame you.
the station that you're coming to the stop of, you want to stay on, it's a junction terminal. You want to stay on the train that you're on. You're not, the instructions are not to get off. Not to get off until you get back outside in the next stop.
I'm definitely
This is a
running the
big-
sonar and watching a lot of what's going on.
Okay. You're in a large subway terminus, monorail terminus.
So the Oracle has all this up and running just for us, or is this actually a transportation service with lizards coming off and on?
When it figured out where the warhead was, it started sending out the URA to do rudimentary repair works to allow it to start to get Enteron energy back down the line, like year after year, a little further. And then from there, it was able to start getting some there's a lot of nanite technology. And once it could get some of that going, it was able to effect some repairs.
So this computer's been working for 80-something years, planning for us to be able to get to this nuke.
It is
Yeah.
concerning.
Yes, yes, yes. It came to the conclusion and made all the decisions of and coalesced all this information in seconds when it became awake. When the Ura accidentally put it back up online. Someone was probably having sex against something. Right? Some filthy fucking mutants.
Oh, good. Filthy
My
mutant
lord!
sex.
No,
Oh,
they
good.
treat it like a god. To them, it's a god. They're exiled. They're exiled from their tribe. That's another thing you notice because they pointed out is you can see fields of corpses where it looks like fields of Ura are dead, battling. Like they battle each other. That there's two great tribes in this region, and they both fight for dominance, and fighting is what they live for.
I feel like there's whole levels of this we're not getting, and I still want to go forward, but I'm a little uncomfortable with what we're seeing.
Fields of Corpses opened for Slaves of Oberon.
Oh, Fields of Corpses. That bass player couldn't play for shit.
Okay. It's eerily, it's quiet, it's desolate, it's dark in this massive graveyard of the monorail system. And then the doors close because every time it stops, the doors open. Goes forward again, and when the monorail arrives back up above ground is when you see some, what are they? Okay. Mechanized humanoids that have climbed up the supports that hold up the monorail. And you can see them up ahead because it's daylight. It's still daytime. Climbing up onto the track. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. And what do they look like?
A massive wave of them, or 3 of them, or
12.
12.
I would have liked your answer of 3 better.
At least it's not like on World War Z.
Oh, where there's hundreds and hundreds?
Thousands, like ants.
Okay. Misdescribed that. They're large blobs, looks like liquid that were going up the supports. And when they got up on top, they took a humanoid shape. They're very silvery. It actually has a look of what Chrome does. When just the look of it that covers you, Chrome, when you enact your powers.
Mm-hmm.
It has a look a lot like that. And yeah, and they in a blob form, and then they take a humanoid shape. And they exude a variety of flexible arms.
Okin's been awfully quiet through all this.
Yeah,
I think
unfortunately,
Okin is stoned, you know.
This is just like
I
Terminator
guess
2, man.
it's just like Terminator 2, yeah, and all these appendages that are coming out of them, they have more than one, I think I have 6 or 4, definitely have things like cutting tools to rip apart metal. Like
I don't like the way you
it's
phrase
like
that.
they're going to work on the rail. That's what they're doing. And they are ripping it apart. And this rail
Initiative, I guess.
is going to have a problem moving forward. It's still moving forward. There's no way to turn it off. That's the situation. Would you like guys roll for initiative? You think that's for an initiative situation?
Aren't we inside the car? I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do anything.
I imagine there's a door.
You could get the fuck out of the car. You definitely could do that.
How far away is it from where we are when we get out of the car?
Oh, we got to get a random encounter range. I got something I can tilt for that.
Professor initiative, not guardian initiative.
It's okay. I just wrote my lowest number.
Or their initiative difference is only 1, so it would have been close regardless.
You just can't fire your sleep ray
Get
out.
back into my old school toolbox.
I think Guardian's base initiative is 20 and the professor's is 23. There's actually a 3 difference.
In Traveler, when there's an encounter, you roll for encounter distance. It's a big deal in Traveler. But this will give us a nice, tidy Okin. I know there's a distance between the encounter distance chart. It's in combat. That's where it is.
Sometime during this session, I'm going to roll a 35. You have been warned.
Plan it well.
Love to see it.
My next roll will be 3, and my next roll after that will be 5.
I'm going to say you have some of the consistently worst rolls I've ever seen.
Last time was really good. But yeah, early on. I always like in this game when you roll doubles, but it's like a double 3, and you go, ooh, 6. I get to roll again, and you roll a 1 and a 2. You're like, wow, all that for 9.
Yep.
Huh. Can't find it, of course, because I just want to find it quickly. Traveler, random, encounter, distance, table.
I love in Traveler that weirdly animals can be anything from the size of a ferret to the size of a freight train. Like you're going to lose track of some dinosaur-like creature that's the size of a small town. Oh yeah, it's wandering around here somewhere. We don't pay attention to it.
Where the fuck is it? I know it's in here.
Don't drag yourself down over, Jay.
I know, it's just a nifty little table. It's a really
It's a
nifty.
murder burger.
Oh, use the link with names. Ah, found it. Fuckers. Yeah, that was painful. medium range. So 50 meters away currently 50 meters away at initiative roll. Okay, and their initiative is okay. There you go. Okay, their initiative, they got a 22 metal.
26
meters. Give me a break.
Chrome.
20.
Professor.
31, 32.
You get to act first. What would you like to do?
Well, it's 4 APs away. I'm just
4 APs, huh? 4 APs is 150 feet. Yeah. That sounds about right. Right on.
guns out, but I'm just moving, trying to get closer to it with the gun out, but not shooting until other people actually like team attack. Wait for somebody else to actually do something so I can hit it at the same time. Just trying to get.
Let's see. You got to be going a speed to cover this distance. You got to be going a speed of at least 4. So I guess monorail. Yeah, this is not going to take more than like a round to cover 50 meters, I think.
So you said there was how many of them?
12.
Okay. And Chrome's waiting for whoever's next, and I believe that's me. Or, excuse me, Professor.
Yep. And you're moving pretty fast.
And we're within, oh God, we're well within my 2-mile limit. I am
50 meters of track that's ripped out. The rail car obviously is going to crash. Like they've ripped up enough track that this is going to be bad. Like this thing's
so
flying.
I'm going to tell Chrome and the Professor, take
you
the
are
monsters,
like,
I'll fix the track. I'm going to try and fix the track and ignore the monsters.
You're going to try to fix the track.
I don't want something that's going to pass, in union inspection. I want to.
Oh, I know. You're just trying to save your
we're
life.
Going to pass over it.
Yeah, I just got to give you.
Trying to prevent the professor from dying.
Mettle is not all that tough. Her force shield is from one direction.
Taking all things in consideration, especially the speed, you're pushing the limit. You're going against a 10. So what do you need? 11 or better, looks like?
10. My acting value is 12. I believe I need a 9.
You need a 9 or better. Are you going to spend any hero points on this roll?
I am not, and I rolled a 9.
9. Woo! Just get some cracks down so you go over, scream across the gaping hole that would have sent the car sailing through. But since it was just barely a success, let's roll a D. Someone roll a D1, D12. Let's see how many managed to latch themselves onto the car, right? That seems reasonable.
You say a D20 or a D12?
D12, 1D12. Yeah.
God, find a D12. I can pull them out years.
I got them too, if you want, because I have all the dice. I got all the dice, man. I've been doing this for years.
I got a ton of dice. They're just in the other room because this game only uses D10s.
I know it does, right? I use others.
Oh, there's a D12. 10 on a D12.
Thanks.
I have limited desk space, so I.
Yeah, so 10 of them managed to get hold on to the car as you're careening. What speed should we make that? I need that chart. Yeah, here it is. Your APs per mile an hour, kilometers per hour is a really handy chart. The speed chart.
Yeah, I've got mine in front of me.
Yeah, I'm going to make it move at a speed of 6. AP, 75 miles an hour. The monorail is moving at 75 miles an hour.
Not trivial, got it.
Yeah, so these guys got pretty good stick ability. But having those liquid things and doing the things like in Terminator 2, right? Was it Terminator 2, the silver guy, the cop?
It was.
Yep.
It was.
Oh yeah. So you got 10 of these guys carving their way into the car, and then you are grabbing their weapons. They're ready to fight.
My turn.
Yes.
I yell, "Hold on," and I pull the emergency brake.
Okay. I got their strength. But how do I figure the strength of... I know what I'll do. It's going to be... I'm going to take... What did I say the speed is? 6?
6 APs, yeah.
And you're going to a stop. So let's say they got a strength of 3. They're going against a strength of 6 to hold on.
Right.
So I'm going to roll for these bunch of fuckers and see how many of them are managed to hang on. And
I was
how
trying to
many
keep
are
us
just
moving.
What? Yeah, now you stop.
Overcome.
Yeah, this thing stopped. And announced the professor make a dex roll. Roll 2d10. Tell me what you get. 11 or better to keep your feet.
He did warn us and say, "Hold on."
No, he didn't. He just did it.
No.
He said,
I
"Hold on."
said, I yelled it. I said,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
"Everybody,
You did.
hold on."
Yep.
And then
I need to roll out a professor because he's about the only one without like extraordinary cat-like abilities.
11. Middle of the road.
Okay, yeah, you were able to hang on in time and keep your feet. Yeah, so I'm rolling for them. Let's get the chart here. Let's see. There's 10 of them. I'll do 2 groups of 5. Why not? They're looking at a 13 or better to hang on. I'm going to roll twice.
Chrome, that was completely insane. I love it.
10, first 5. Second 5, a 9. All 10 of them go flying, and as the car comes screeching to a halt, sparks going everywhere. Yeah, and these nanomechs, and you can see them helplessly spiral, turn into little liquid blobs, try to form into a ball and go and crater into the earth, the dusty earth. And yeah, the train's now stopped.
Nice work. You're insane.
But you got a good distance. Like this monorail's at least like 50 feet up in the air. So that.
Well, I got him off of us.
Was there the emergency button to call for help anywhere in the car?
It's not working. Yes, you can see it, but it's not powered.
Is there a way to release the emergency brake now?
That's what I was doing. I was going to see if it was hooked to Deesix. Deesix, can you hear us? Hello? Hello?
Let's see. If Deesix can communicate. It's a sketchy world out there. Everything doesn't work properly. Nope, nothing.
And to be fair,
said it would try to keep communicating to you along the monorail system with any speakers or intercom systems that can keep working.
And to be fair, if they cut the car apart, we weren't going forward much more anyway.
True. Let me see how far away you are, where you are in respect.
We had a guide with us. Does the guide know anything about, I don't know, how to start the train?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, they only know what Deesix tells them. They're technologically inept, except for when Deesix is giving them the instructions.
Yeah, their skills are navigating the hellscape, which is future Earth.
Which we may, unfortunately, now have to do.
So to the south of you now, you see that massive mushroom forest. So you headed north and then due east, and then started going southeast through the tunnel and then back out. So yeah, you're southeast. So you're north of the on the northeast side of the fungi forest.
So,
And you are approximately 10, 20, 30 miles from the silo.
and we're not at a station. So how do you get out of the monorail? Do I just blow a hole in the front of it and then just step out on the rail?
Yeah, you guys have all the powers you need. Like Mettle could open up the doors easily with her mental powers, manipulation powers.
We open the doors. Is there anything like breathable air? Because my friends need air.
Oh yeah, there's oxygen on the planet. That the danger is just prolonged exposure to high levels of Enteron energy.
Professor, excuse me, Chrome, can you take the professor forward?
I'm looking to see if the 10 guys that flew off, are they completely immobile or are they coming back? I don't know. I didn't know how tough they were, right?
Yep. Let's see how tough they are.
6 APs of skid damage.
Well, falling off the rail, I don't know how high that rail is. Yeah, that's a good point. Are we ground level? When you say monorail, I'm assuming
No, you're
elevated.
50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
You're 50 feet.
Okay.
You're 3 APs in the air on a concrete reinforced abutment, like on a highway, super highway.
Okay, that's what I was picturing.
And then none of the, as the nanomechs got ejected from the force of the stop, not wearing their seatbelts, they transformed back into like that those liquid globs and solidified into a ball, and they impacted the ground at quite a distance away. Hell yeah, what? Yeah, they're going to go at least 100 yards. No, 150 feet, somewhere between 150 feet, 100 yards. But they're not moving. They don't seem to be.
Skid damage for the win.
So how much farther do we have to go?
The Ura say 30 miles, about another 30 miles.
We can cover 30 miles pretty quick.
Yeah? How are you going to cover it?
Chrome,
30
you want to take the
miles.
professor on your slide?
30 miles is 15 APs.
Hey,
Well, I know that I hit the brake. Can I release the brake?
if I
Does not-
yeah, if I can figure out how to release the brake, then Mettle, can you just propel the car down the track yourself?
Yeah, that was the other
Probably.
thing I was going to say.
Unless it's much heavier than you think it is, yeah.
Okay. Professor, with your great intellect, what was your intellect again? 12?
12. I have no background on transportation, but I'm sure I can unlock brakes, I hope.
Well, if you can roll a 7 or better, you can unlock these brakes. If you don't, you freeze the brakes irreparably.
14.
Okay, you've got the brakes free.
In which case, I
So-
propelled the train forward.
That's exciting.
It's actually much better than what I was
I'm looking
thinking.
smarter every minute.
No other stops.
Yeah, because I'm not stopping.
No, there is. Yeah, you're just, if there is a station, you're going to blow right through it. You come to you're approaching a low structure.
Structure, you say?
Yes, yes. Similar to a station.
Has it been 30 miles, or is this our destination, or is this
Yeah, it's pretty close to 30 miles.
okay?
Oh, and you're going to have to stop the car anyways, because the platform is about 100 feet long. And then that's where this red line ends.
So it has to be our stop.
So we have reached the end of the line. Literally.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Give you your description of the area.
Gonna say your stop the train answer was much funnier than what I was thinking.
Okay. At the end of this platform, besides being a dead end, there is an open elevator with that cold white light illumination.
Like,
And
does
the
it work the
Eura say
elevator,
this
not
is
just the shaft?
the elevator is powered. Deesix can talk on the intercom in the elevator. It's going to. This is the entrance that's going to get you into the silo, because the silo is, beneath ground. You're not going to see it on above ground.
Ugh, not thrilled by the elevator, but I get in.
What's your problem with elevators?
They're death traps.
Okay,
As long as
By
it's
the way,
the
where
elevator
the-
descends into the depths.
Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
The elevator descends into the depths. You eventually slow to a stop, and the doors open into a long, dimly lit subterranean room with empty shelves along one side. Beyond the shelves, two small platforms with attached handles float about a foot above the ground. To the right is a stone wall set with massive steel doors. Let's see. I need a map of this. I need to see it.
Because
Yeah, long elongated shelves on the left, steel doors on the right, and way at the end of the room are these two hovering devices, like sleds.
like you might ride them down a long hallway kind of sleds.
Go back to the sleds. Yeah, two small platforms with handles attached float about a foot above the ground. Yeah, do you want to inspect the floating sleds?
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's some type of anti-grav energy at work here.
Look, Professor, unusual energy sources. Strange tech.
Well, it's still strange, but it's Enteron energy.
Same, but different.
Yeah. And
I go over and see it. I go over and see if I can float underneath it somehow.
Underneath it?
Well,
Like
he said
limbo?
it's floating. They're floating up in the air, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So if I go
yeah.
over,
They're 4 feet off the ground.
yeah, I'm gonna go walk over next to one and see if I start to float.
You do a little bit. You're reacting to the Enteron energy power. It feels like a little binding, like what happened to you with Deep Ghost, but not as not as extreme. There's no like actual connection going on. It's just like when you put a magnet near something.
Yeah, the
backs are
opposite
repulsed.
poles
Yeah.
or same poles. Opposite poles would attract, but
Yeah.
same poles.
But otherwise, the only way out of here is through the 2 steel doors.
I'm looking for a non-horrible way to open the doors. Controls, switches, levers.
There are.
A non-horrible way.
Well, I can open it the horrible way. I don't want to do that.
I can open it quietly as it just dissolves.
That unless there's like vacuum or toxic gas.
Yeah,
or
I was gonna say
cold
we
weather
might
good.
need that door.
But what if that is the only thing holding back the fish tank full of sharks?
Sharknado.
Okay, if there's a giant tank of sharks on the other side of that door, the water will kill us before the sharks do.
That's true.
Well, there's an elevator shaft behind us. Wouldn't we be forced up the elevator shaft like a cork? That still wouldn't be fun. There'd be no kind of fun there.
Yeah. I tend not to float, by the way.
Yeah, the panel has key card slots. They're not powered.
I stand back and let the professor have his go.
Would you like to attempt to get the key card working?
With no key, just bust it off and start messing with the wires.
What was the intelligence again? 12?
12.
Still 12.
Still 12. Still 12. I don't retain information. My mind is deceived. 9 or better. Superhero.
7 and 3, 10.
10. Okay. Takes a little while, but you get some power going, you juice it up. Okay, I see how this works. Wang!
Working with these wires. I get -1 column shift for my big chubby fingers.
So another long tunnel encased in concrete, big metal tubes, probably old air handling equipment up above you. At least there's light at the far end, but yeah, about at least 5 APs away. Hard yards distance down this tunnel.
I'm going to good old-fashioned walk my way down. I bring up my couple of defensive powers, my standard ones, right? The force shield and the obscure field and all that.
I definitely don't want to die right now, so I'm staying behind Metal's force shield.
Chrome, what are you doing?
Chrome should go first.
When I see his defenses come up, I'm going to armor up as well. I don't know what we're responding to, but I want to be ready just in case.
Well, as you approach, the doors, metal doors, do open with a low rumble and draw apart. And a A swarm of octopoid creatures crowd through the crack and onto the ceilings and walls and attach themselves, and a humanoid figure with elaborate spiked armor, beady green glowing eyes. It's not human, and it's glaring at you from beneath a horned brow. And it says something to you in a language you don't understand. But then the Ura's translation boxes
Good.
start to pop up. Welcome, I am Dobrok, and this is my home. What is your business here?
Why, hello. We're working with the Oracle. Perhaps you know it.
The Oracle. I'm unaware of any Oracle. I do not know of any Oracle. Why should I be concerned with any Oracle?
There's a very old device here from our time that we're attempting to rescue the device before it becomes a problem for the people who live here.
What device would this be?
It's a nuclear power core. We're concerned that it's leaking. And we want to remove this nuclear power core before its leaking starts to cause deadly radiation.
Well, I can assure you that the nuclear warhead is not leaking any radiation.
Nuclear warhead?
Yeah, it's in my possession. I have it secured.
Crap.
I'm afraid I'm quite busy with it.
You're quite busy with the warhead?
Yes. Yes, I'm in the middle of an incredible project.
What you doing with the warhead exactly? We brought our own science team, you know.
Are you smart enough to be messing with such things?
I am the smartest mind on this ruined future Earth, and only I have the power to reclaim the planet and return it to full life once again.
The Oracle said
Is your mission, is your need for it just as great as mine? I'm going to restore life to this barren planet.
the Oracle claimed that it was the smartest being on the planet. I wasn't convinced.
Well, obviously we haven't met, so its opinion is an error.
You know, I hate to tell you that the smartest being in the planet is directly to my left.
So, but anyways, you can see I have very important work to do with this device. I mean, I can't loan it out.
Can't loan it out. So
You don't loan it out. You know, they're kind of like one-use devices.
By the way, I made sure I moved over to Mettle's right.
Okay.
And our aid, our guide, and its translation box, does it have communication with the Oracle?
No.
The Ura.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Nope.
just okay. I'm just gonna have them talk it out. What's Okin doing?
Probably screaming at something.
Let's see.
Starting fist
Okin is having weird reactions to the atmosphere of the planet, and has not been able to maintain a solid form.
We're just being followed by a ghostly presence.
The Enteron energy is causing him to just remain in an incorporeal state. Because hasn't been able to solve it.
So what did this thing say its name was?
Dobrok.
Yeah, Dobrok.
Not to be confused with Dumb Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get all convincing on Dark Rock and say, look, I don't know how you feel about time travel. We've just recently learned it was possible. And we've been given an opportunity to go back in time using this nuclear device and keep this tragic future from happening. What is your thought on preventing the tragic future? We'd like you to join us.
Sounds improbable. My plan is guaranteed success.
Tell me how your plan works.
Oh, I'm going to use the device to jumpstart a terraforming machine and start re-engineering the atmosphere of the planet.
You don't think it would be better to keep the tragedies of the past from happening so we don't have to restart all of life?
Like you said, your theory is improbable. Your chance of success sounds very limited, where mine is guaranteed. That's the difference.
But I brought the smartest man on the planet with me.
Yes, and I think it would be best if we went back in the past and fixed it. That way you wouldn't exist now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not a plus.
Well, it is for everyone else.
Yeah, Dubrook is quite fond of his experiments.
right. So we don't want to wipe you out. We'd like you to come back 700 some years to our present with us and help us keep this terrible world from happening. This way, at 721 years in the past, you will have the most amazing platform that's not a ruined world. That's a world at its greatest moment of advancement. I make gestures.
Imagine,
roll 2 dice.
Imagine how great it would be if you were the second most intelligent being on the planet. My socially ineptness actually affects your your interaction rolls too, Mettle. That's why I'm butting in.
Oh, God. It's okay. I just rolled pretty badly. I rolled a 7. Acting value 7,
Okay.
effective 6.
Yeah, unconvinced. It's just all too speculative. He hasn't had a chance to dive into the research, and and he's really in a hurry because the Oberon seems to have been highly active as of late, like it's looking for something.
So here's a question for you. If we defeat the Oberon, can we take the device?
Still leaves me with a burnt out planet.
You come back to the present with us.
We're in a hurry too. So what if we just take it from you?
I would not advise you to take such a bold step.
Who's letting the socially inept guy talk?
Is there? What do you want me to do? Knock him out? Is there?
Say something attractive.
Is there maybe a second nuclear warhead somewhere?
Professor, as soon as you say that, I need to make
Go ahead.
Hold on a second. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. What's your intelligence?
12.
Come on, I remember his intelligence is 12.
I'm sorry. I'm an asshole.
Hey, Jay, what's your intelligence?
Fucking right up there, man. I have
Easily
an
the second most intelligent person.
amazing mind. I have an amazing mind. Yeah, you're shooting for a 28 or greater.
Remember I told you I was going to roll a 35?
Yep,
Yeah,
so now's a
here we
good
go.
time to do it.
That's a 7.
So close. You were so close.
You were so close, yeah. But no, as soon as that form starts to form in your mind,
Actually, if it was percentile,
you feel like that would be completely unnecessary. You feel completely calm, and you're baffled by the idea that you would have any reason to do violence to DeBruck.
I don't feel normal. Or are the squiddly guys taking any kind of obvious offensive posture?
Is he?
No, the squid. You said this
The squids, yeah, there's a swarm of these squid-like creatures. I'll give you a picture of them.
Oh, good.
Screw hostile. Why are they sticking to the ceiling?
The ceiling is in the walls because it got all these like wild-looking tentacles and stuff, and they're little, and they're moist, and they have little sucking sounds, but they're all like sitting on the walls and ceiling and just all looking at you patiently, like they're not doing anything, but they're watching you all.
I tell Dark
not
Travel.
being hostile.
I tell Dark.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I tell Dark Travels here, I'm like, look, man, I am the fourth most powerful superhuman of my era, and it's a very powerful era. And I don't want to conflict with you. I want to find a way we can work together. But I do need the bomb to save the entire future. And I'm almost as powerful as the Metal Man over there. He's actually the third most powerful superhuman of our era.
I was just going to shoot him and knock him out, but you guys noticed me just like take my gun and put it on my belt.
You got 15 minutes to show me the calculations.
And cue the professor.
And cue the professor.
Are you going to be able to keep up with this? Okay.
I am quite sure I will. Let me see what I gave this guy for a fucking intelligence. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we got. This is awesome. I'm not going to tell you shit either. I mean, obviously he's a smart guy, but is he on par with you? That would take a lot, wouldn't it?
If he proves to me that he's even close, I'm going to roll my irrational attraction. I might stay with him.
Okay, but first you're going to see if you can convince him from the. So basically, you're pulling together what you know of quantum physics, limited research on enteron energy, which sometimes seems to be called quirm energy.
And all the stuff that the Oracle said, and the Oracle's plans.
Roll. So you got a pretty solid idea of what this thing is attempting to do. So you can spit out the theory.
10 and a 3, 13.
13.
That was a nice, both non-horrible and not amazing roll. That was very middle of the road for you.
Middle of the road. 13 is good.
Plus one column shift.
So yeah, he's really intrigued. Your work sounds really thorough. He would like to study this further, but we don't have much time. He welcomes you all in to his abode. None of you have a feeling of doing any harm to him, by the way.
Don't want to do any harm. If we can solve this conversation, I want to.
Huh?
If we can solve this with being convincing, I want to.
Okay. This warhead, what is he intending to do with it? How does this work? He's going to detonate the warhead, control the energies released. Reading on the mechanic here. What was the question again? I've read the information I needed to. I forgot what you were asking.
So last I saw, the professor was trying to convince him that our need was better and we could go back and stop this terrible problem. And he was deciding his response to that.
Okay. His response is he was going to detonate the nuclear warhead, harness its energy, to start what he calls the Eden effect.
He has a Genesis device?
Yeah, it will rewrite the physics of the world, undoing these ancient advanced technologies, which will include the Overon and its cybernetic minions. And the immediate effects should be rapid growth of healthy flora. Unless he does it wrong, and then of course there'll be corrupting energy that will just amp the eventual death rate of surviving creatures.
Which I'm hoping our brainy professor type can tell him.
Well, I've been running the calculations of what you're telling me, and I'm telling you right now, guaranteed 100% without a doubt, that if you activate that device with the infrared energy that is currently in your atmosphere, it is going to kill everything on this planet within 2 minutes.
Oh, God.
Possible. That is a possibility, but I have eliminated that possibility. I have said 100% that part's going to work. Your science is good. My science is good. We're just weighing the pros and cons of what's the right step here.
100% guaranteed you're going to kill yourself and everyone else on this planet. And I can prove it. It's a bluff interaction.
Nice.
He ain't the guardian. Remember, he's a,
yeah. What's the bluff?
If my intelligence is higher than him, I get +2 column shifts with the interaction, but I'm socially inept, so I get -2 column shifts with the interaction. So it's a straight interaction.
Gotcha. Roll again. I'm gonna try to bluff him.
If my intelligence is higher, influence is 3 and aura is 2.
Oh my God!
I'm inept. But I can still roll that 35.
So wait a minute, you're rolling on your influence?
It's a bluff.
Yeah, it's a
bluff technique based on intelligence, but you're rolling off of your influence for.
Yeah, the intelligence gives me the column shift pluses.
God, I want to be his lawyer.
Or would give you pluses if you weren't so inept.
What do I use as its opposing value? Influence or intelligence or?
Influence and aura. So just give it like a physical attack and go down 2 rows.
This is not a physical attack. I just want to know whether I should be using this guy's intelligence or
That's what I'm saying. Jay, look at the character block, right? And imagine it's a physical attack against Dex and body and go down 2 rows. It's influence and spirit.
All charisma type stuff is influence and spirit, right? Influence, aura, spirit.
Right.
And we're talking with DeBrock, right?
Yes.
Okay, I found it. I got his stat block. Okay, he's got an influence of 5, he's got an aura of 8, and a spirit of 8.
Oh. It might do to spend. You could spend as many as 3 hero points with an influence that high, you know.
Oh, let me see what I'm at on the old hero points. This ain't gonna. No, I'm going blind.
You need a 13 or better to at least pull it off, and then we'll go to the results table. But I'm sure you're
results with a spirit of 8. That you need a lot.
This is that 35 I was calling.
Okay, you go.
It's a 10 and a 1, 11.
Yeah. Okay. So if the bluff didn't work,
he ain't buying what I'm selling.
No.
Hell, I'm not even buying what you're selling.
So I'm going to make a last ditch.
So he's
on-
thinking he's going to terraform the planet at the same time. It's going to destroy all the cybernetic and nanobite tech that was behind the original downfall of humanity, and create an Eden.
So Deep Blues, let me level with you here.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible that this will work, but it's going to work way too late to save all my neighbors, the bug, and my favorite pastry shop, because we're trying to save the world more than 700 years in the past. And if you want to come with us, we're glad to have you to take you back to a time of opportunity. If not, the metal man behind me is going to have to beat you senseless, and we're going to steal it. And
You
I
don't even get
wanna
those
do
words
that.
out of you don't even get those words out of your mouth before you have to make a roll.
All right.
What is your intelligence?
Intelligence is 8. Will is 6.
Have you ever had
Okay,
a
if you get anywhere north of 21, I'm interested in hearing about it.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
excuse me. Nope. I'm
I
looking
was
at the wrong
threatening you.
table again. Looking at the wrong table again. My mistake. It's much higher. Just start rolling. This will be over quickly.
Total of 14.
Yeah, you don't get to roll again, huh? No exploding dice.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you don't even before you even get those words out of your mouth, you change your mind on that.
Okay,
You don't
no
even
threatening.
think.
Got it.
Yeah. You're feeling very pacifistic.
Oh, so something had an effect on me.
Yes. That curtailed your threat. You have no desire, do you see no reason to be threatening to DeBrook? He's like the nicest guy you've ever met. He's like the coolest dude you ever met.
Okay, I don't know if this guy, if Dumrock can read my mind or not, but the professor was pretty convincing to me, so I'm gonna just bull rush the dude.
Okay. Well,
Because as I heard it, the professor just told me if this guy turns on that machine, everything dies. So I got to stop him, and it doesn't sound like
Let's
talking
try.
is going to work.
Well, you still have to do the same thing. What is your intelligence?
So he can read my mind?
It's not. Well,
Yeah.
you don't know what's
He
happening.
sounds like a
here.
shot, right? He should get an action in.
I mean, if there's like some kind of field where it affects everybody around, then maybe. But I mean, like I didn't give any outward appearance. Well, we lost him. I scared him off.
Yeah, you saw me put my gun up. I can't shoot. I don't want to shoot this guy.
Chrome. He has a pacifying field.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. You disappeared for a while, Jay, and then came back. So,
Yep.
So
he has a pacifying field.
Okay.
That is
Well,
his
there's no chance in hell I'll
technology.
beat that.
Yep.
Not with a 10.
No. So yes, you want to bull rush him, and then you don't because he's the coolest guy you've ever met.
Okay.
But since he's got that pacification field, it's still based on the merits of your argument, and which is an opportunity to change time. I think that's a compelling argument. I think he's game for it. He's game.
Oh, come on, Chrome. Show us you're convincing.
No, that was you. I didn't do anything. I thought about bum rushing him and then stopped. So, but he was convinced by your argument about coming back through time and changing history.
Yeah, his interest and his attraction. He's been studying the war all his life that has led to the devastation of his home world here. But he is a scientist just like the professor. He has an insatiable curiosity, and this talk of time travel is pretty intriguing. And do you have this time traveling technology upon you, Professor?
The Oracle has it.
This oracle. You keep on referring to this oracle, who I do not know anything about.
Oh, he's a great and powerful wizard.
Well, I certainly would like to talk with someone like that.
He's a physical specimen. What do you see
Great.
this dude?
I understand you seem to be messengers of this oracle, but is there a way that I can speak with the oracle directly?
Sure.
Yeah, we just got to take you back to this elevator.
And then up back across the train.
No, the elevator had a working communication with
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Deesix.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We got to go back to this elevator, and then you can talk to the oracle.
Okay, a bunch of the squid creatures follow you, but yeah, the Brook is all happy to do this, and you have a very interesting conversation in the open elevator tab with D6, the Brook, who is entirely not human, really. I mean, he's not a human being. But he.
Yeah, we got more than a few of those back home, so it's okay.
And these what did he call his the Corgu? These Corgu seem to be some remnants of some earlier biological experimentation, and I have been able to, in the years that I've lived on this planet, have found that they're pretty aimless, but you give them some technological tasks, and they get really excited.
Is that
So they're completely loyal to me at this point.
That's the squid things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and there was a lot of them, but they don't all follow, but a good squad follows.
Okay.
Yeah, but he always has a personal guard of Corgus.
So Dobrock and D6 talk to each other?
Yes, they do. And so they're
Loving
talking
these names, these 80s names.
And they're so yeah, it seems like they gotta take the warhead and get back to where D6 landed you guys, and he's gonna reverse engineer with the power from the nuclear warhead to send you guys back. He's just gonna repolarize the equipment and reconfigure the field and send you right back to just an instant before he grabs you.
And Dobrock's going to go with us because.
Oh yeah, no, he's coming. He's got.
And he knows how to how to set off the warhead, right?
Yes, he does.
Awesome, because that was one thing we were missing. I, for one, do not know how to ignite a nuclear warhead.
I was gonna say everybody in my high school chess club know how to set up a nuclear warhead.
Yo, really?
Kidding. I was never.
That's the crowd I ran with.
Yeah, I wasn't in chess club. That was a line from Stargate Universe, actually.
Oh, okay. We could change the bearings on our skates, but that's not it. No, there were some smart guys. There were some good mathematicians in my class. So that's not working.
I could set it off. I just want to make sure I've got like a good 2-hour timer on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got some control, but not that level.
A 2-hour timer and a working vehicle.
All right. So, well, it will be on the moon, remember? So I don't know what kind of vehicle you've got, but it better be a good one. So do we need to carry this thing, or is Mettle going to carry it with her powers, or?
Yeah, it needs to be carried.
Well, how big is it?
How big is it?
Because Chrome is no joke. It's right on one shoulder.
I was wondering how awkward it would be. I mean, weight-wise, I have a pretty good chance of carrying it, I think, but if it's like the size of a small house, that's going to be pretty awkward.
We're not taking your squid minions to 2020.
Okay, it takes you into a vast round room, which stretches upward into darkness. The air is warm, moist, and musty. A diffuse blue-green light glows from one of the walls. A causeway of intricate forged metal lattice circles the room. And above you can see another causeway about 20 feet up. In front of you is a railing, and beyond it, an open pit. A megalithic construct rises up into the darkness above. As you gaze about, the brook increases the lighting in the space. Sheets of blue-green fungus you can see adhere to the walls,
Oh, good. Fungus.
climbing out of sight up.
There's a fungus among us.
And there's some of those octopoid creatures, and they're harvesting pieces of it into mesh bags. He calls it the Great Egg. The silo contains the missile, which is the Great Egg. Must be activated above ground, and it will take great and tremendous energy to control it in order to achieve the effects that anyone is looking for.
It's an actual missile, though, not just a warhead.
Well, you're going to take, it's going to take the missile off the warhead.
How heavy is the entire missile? Would it be insane to take the entire missile time traveling?
I don't know.
So just a thought here is we're worried about being too close during detonation. Even
Well,
in
they
a
both need to get to the warhead to prime it for its eventual use. So it does need to get field stripped out of the missile
okay.
and plugged into something. Deesix has got something to plug it into. DeBrock's got something to plug it into.
So, Professor,
and he's getting a report from one of his Kurga that they've got bogeys coming from what would be the northeast, which is the direction, location of Ovron. So he will be attacking the silo and trying to get to us.
The only weight I can find for a nuclear missile is a Sarmat 3-stage liquid-fueled rocket, which weighs 208 metric tons.
Way out of my range.
But,
that's more than triple my power.
Okay, so that is moving the whole thing is out of the question. But getting it, and I would like the professor, the professor and DeBrock, both going to have to get this thing out without blowing you all to Kingdom Come.
I prefer blowing each other to Kingdom Come, just in case it comes to that.
Depending on your preferences, right.
I would rather fire off the warhead.
Let's see. This is going to be that. You're going to get a column shift. What's your intelligence again? 12. Okay. If you roll below a 5, you have really screwed the pooch.
3 and a 8, 11.
Yes, you successfully got it out. He wants to strap it. He was intending to just strap it to one of those floating sleds.
I prepare the magnetic vortex just in case we need one.
Okay. And his means of travel is he's got like this badass like anti-grav chopper.
Okay. I'm worried about the imminent attack.
Because the monorails. Oh, you want to use the monorail right again, right?
Well, the monorail, if you recall, that was derailed. Professor, can you and Deep Mind there take the bomb back? I think Chrome and I need to keep the bad guys off your back while you transport it.
How are we? The monorail's not working. I'm going to fly with him.
That's my thought.
Oh, in his chopper. Yeah, you can tether the sled behind his chopper.
It's funny because you say chopper, and I'm thinking helicopter, but you went like this, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, it's got
motorcycle chopper.
Oh yeah,
it's got grav engines on it and thrusters.
He said anti-grav.
It's a custom ride, man. It's fucking badass.
I was thinking helicopter. He's thinking Lobo.
Yes.
Yeah, Lobo. I'm totally thinking Lobo. Yeah, DeBrock. I mean, I told you the guy's in badass looking armor too.
Well, yeah, he has just follow the monorail tracks.
Yeah, he doesn't recommend flying over the fungi forest. You'll attract something.
Well,
Something will fly up and try to eat us.
We left the we used the monorail to get here. So if you just follow the tracks directly that way, we'll go right back to where we want to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's familiar where the ruined city is. See you riding, bitch.
No, you said it's being pulled behind.
It's pulling the sled behind it. He's driving in his spaced out chopper.
I'm riding on the sled with the warhead. That way I can shoot anything coming up behind us.
Yep. Okay. Very good. Because there will be. I think this is a good place to stop for this evening, guys.
Okay.
So Chrome and I are behind them, keeping the bad guys away.
Is the monorail track flat enough on top that I can skate along it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. Yep. You certainly could. Yep.
Great.
No, this is going to be fantastic.
All right.
There's going to be a very large battle, isn't there?
I think we're headed to a pretty fucking, as we know, one of the great, superhero running fucking superpower battles, right? Fucking monorails, choppers, fucking flying things, fucking megalithic, immobile fucking.
After a woman in a chainmail bikini, it's all we're missing.
Yep. You're looking there. I could probably fucking gin one up too if we want.
Does Mettle just fly back? Are you just leaving the monorail car there, or are you gonna surf on it?
Oh, score! Totally gonna surf the monorail car. Didn't think of that at all.
So I'll drop a little quick picture of the monorail car. I got to draw a picture of this chopper, don't I?
Just don't go faster. Just don't go faster than Chrome, or you'll hit him.
Chrome, what's your speed?
I have very little chance of going faster than Chrome.
Well,
your speed is like 10, 8 to 10 somewhere in there.
After the car, he doesn't have to be in front of it, I guess.
So I can only travel at 250 miles an hour, or 8 APs, and still be able to breathe. I'm pretty sure he's faster.
Chrome is?
No, I'm at 8 APs.
Oh, same speed at this point. I can go faster.
The chopper doesn't go that fast.
What's that?
This chopper doesn't go that fast.
All right.
Well,
So we're all at the speed of the chopper.
Yeah.
You're pushing them.
Get to the chopper.
When I say chopper, I'm definitely taking this from. I know you've said Lobos, but I'm taking this from Heavy Metal magazine, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I forget the chick's name, but didn't she have like a
Tarna the Terrakian?
Yeah, that girl. Yeah, we'll be seeing her sometime soon, I'm feeling.
Now we need Q Devo.
Yeah.
We're through being cool.
All right. Yep. We're going.
All right, guys.
We'll chainmail bikini next week, in a couple of weeks. Unless, would you guys like to play next Thursday? Just because I'm available, I'm not working because
your leg's broken, right?
I have the availability to be prepped. Well,
I can play next Thursday. Yes.
Fucking awesome. Let's do this.
So, Jay, my schedule is super erratic right now.
Okay.
So let's say yes for next Thursday. It's not impossible thing will pop up, but let's say yes. But
because Thursday is the 5th, right? No, it's the 6th. Perfect. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong month. Oh, Thursday's the 4th. Sorry. Nope, it's not happening Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday's July 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, so no. The only time I could do it is after the 4th. Anytime after the 4th. Before next Thursday.
The 3rd?
Nope, I cannot. I've got to commit. No, I got my in-laws coming in. I got my in-laws here. And that's going to go over like a lead fucking balloon.
Well,
let's kick it out 2 weeks to whatever the following Thursday is then.
Following Thursday?
My in-laws visit me.
When did your in-laws visit you?
They never
they
visit.
don't.
Oh, they never. Well, they are in Vietnam, right?
Well, don't you live 1,000 miles from your in-laws, or thousands of miles from your in-laws?
12 time zones. It's only as far as you can possibly go.
It
Yeah.
pretty much is. It's pretty much, yeah. You're doing the same thing I did when I was in high school. I was in math class and I was looking at the map of the United States and I was going, there's Plymouth, New Hampshire. That's the farthest I can get away from here. I kind of went, San Diego. Put a pin in that. I know where I'm going after vacation.
Yep, there's an
Figure out
entire distance of planet between you and your in-laws. If they were radioactive, you'd be protected.
There you go.
There you go. I'm ending. Okay, that's it. That.